You've always got to stay alert for life's hidden dangers. Welcome back to the homestead. Thank you for joining me. We got the G building moved from the spot where we plan on building a barn. I've got to put my lean-to shed back. I had it on the back side of the building. Here I'm going to put it on the side over here, and so it'll be about 10 feet wide by 10 feet long. The sheets of 10 are 10 feet long. Today I need to cut a couple of trees off the corner of the building here so that I can make room for the shed to come out. Thankfully these trees are much smaller than the ones I've been having to cut, and only one will require some assistance, I think. Here are the two trees I need to cut today. Real small one there, no big deal. I think I can just handle it by hand, cut it with the chainsaw and then just push it over by hand. But then you've got this larger tree. It's a gum, and this gum will get tangled up in those limbs from this oak over here and want to probably go this way. So I need to keep that from happening, and so I'll put a rope on it, and I'll probably tie the rope to the tow hook on the truck and just put some tension on it. I know you're probably admiring our pink sink. This is a sink we'll install later. We hopefully install it over there by the barn. I always wear hearing protection when I'm running a chainsaw, hearing and eye protection, and usually I wear just earplugs, but I found these old earmuffs I've had for a long time, so I'm going to make good use of them today. As I made my back cut, I felt something and realized that I was into some wire. The old fence growing into the tree, or actually the tree has grown around the old fence, but you can see how long that fence has been in there. See the size of the tree, and the fence is about middle ways on the bottom, and so that'll dull a chain real fast. So no doubt I have a duller chain than I did, but as soon as I felt it, I pulled the saw out and I moved higher and made my cut higher and got the tree on down. But that's something you really have to look for, especially where there's old fences on old property. All right, got the rope tied to the tree and down to the truck. Just got some tension on it. Dolly D's checking it out down there. What's it look like, Dolly D? Did I get it on there right? I'm leaving the trailer there, so I'm trusting that I'm going to drop this tree right out in this open area here and not touch the shed. Well, I'm very thankful. It really wanted to go toward the building, and I'm very glad that I had the rope on the truck. I actually repositioned the truck right before I cut because I really got to thinking about it more and more, and so I moved the truck from about right there over to here to get more of an angle that way, because you can see from the hinge, and I really got that hinge very thin because it just really wasn't wanting to come down with the hinge, and those limbs right up there, it was getting stuck and it was leaning. Dolly D's out there checking it out, making sure that everything's good. She loves to help with limbs. Remember how I said always look for hidden dangers? Well, I got into some vertical strand of fence. No big deal. It'll dull the saw some, of course, but having hit it twice now, down here and up here, I probably need to take a good look at that chain. It needed sharpening anyway. Hadn't sharpened in a little while. It's still cutting good, but it needs some sharpening. I trimmed over here just above, and thankfully didn't get into the vertical pieces. But anyway, it's amazing to me how deep that fence is in there. Just see how long that tree has been growing around that fence. I've been preparing a spot to build a barn. Now the barn is forthcoming. It's going to be a little while longer. I've got more trees to cut. I've got some more preparation to do in that area. I've already got some materials on site, but again, more preparation work. Had to move the G-Build, and that was a big project with the lean-to and everything behind it and all the stuff that I had to move. But I got to thinking about how life is. You know, many times in life we need to rearrange things. We need to move something from where it is to somewhere else so that we can make room for something better. Maybe we're talking about our schedules, our calendars, our daily routine. Maybe we need to move some things out of the way so we can make time for the Lord, make time for church, make time for other people. Maybe we need to look at our property and see where we can move things around or make preparation for better things for the future. That's what we're doing here on our homestead, is to look at, you know, what are our needs a few years down the road, and we need a barn. That's one of the things that we need. And so a lot of preparation goes into that, but first of all, things just need to be moved around. Priorities have to be reset. Just an inspiring word, encouraging word that whatever needs to be done can be done, but sometimes you have to take a step first and make a decision to move some things, to change some things around so that you can give God your best for the future. Dolly D, where is my glove? Dolly D, bring me my glove. You're gonna help me out? Thank you. Dolly D, you can't have my gloves. Keep an eye on her, okay?